Emma Turner was 23 years old and lived alone in a small apartment in a quiet city. She worked in a flower shop and lived a simple life. Every morning, she woke up at 7 o'clock, made coffee, and walked to work. Her life was peaceful, but sometimes it felt a little boring. She often wished something exciting would happen. One rainy evening, Emma returned home feeling tired after a long day. She ate dinner, watched television for a while, and then went to bed. As she closed her eyes, she had no idea that everything was about to change. That night, Emma had a strange dream. In the dream, she was walking through a beautiful town she had never seen before. The streets were empty. Old buildings lined both sides of the road. A clock tower stood in the center of the town square. Everything looked peaceful, but something felt unusual. Then she noticed a young man standing beside the clock tower. He seemed to be waiting for someone. When he saw Emma, he smiled. "You're finally here," he said. Emma looked confused. "Do I know you?" The man smiled again. "Not yet." Before Emma could ask another question, the church bell rang loudly. Suddenly, everything around her began to fade. She woke up immediately. Emma sat up in bed. The dream felt incredibly real. She could still remember the man's face and the sound of his voice. For the rest of the day, she could not stop thinking about it. The next night, the dream returned. Emma found herself back in the same town. The same buildings stood around her. The same clock tower rose above the square. And once again, the same young man was waiting. "You're back," he said. Emma stared at him. "Who are you?" The man laughed softly. "My name is Daniel." They spent hours walking through the dream town. Daniel showed her beautiful gardens, small streets, and hidden places. It felt like a real friendship. When Emma woke up the next morning, she felt strangely happy. Over the next several weeks, the dreams continued. Every night Emma returned to the mysterious town. Every night she met Daniel. They talked about life, hopes, fears, and dreams. Daniel seemed kind and thoughtful. Sometimes he made her laugh. Sometimes he gave advice. Slowly, Emma began looking forward to sleeping. During the day she worked at the flower shop, but at night she visited the dream town. Her best friend Sarah noticed the change. "You seem happier lately," Sarah said one afternoon. Emma hesitated before telling her about the dreams. Sarah laughed. "Sounds like your imagination is creating the perfect boyfriend." Emma laughed too, but deep down she wasn't sure. The dreams felt too real. Then something strange happened. One morning, Emma arrived at work and noticed a drawing lying on the floor near the entrance. It showed a clock tower. Her heart nearly stopped. It was the exact same clock tower from her dreams. Emma picked up the paper and looked closely. Every detail matched perfectly. "Where did this come from?" she asked her manager. "No idea," he replied. "It was here when I opened the shop." Emma felt a chill. She had never shown anyone the town from her dreams. Yet somehow the drawing existed. That night she told Daniel about it. To her surprise, he looked worried. "Maybe you should stop coming here," he said. Emma frowned. "Why?" Daniel looked away. "Because I don't know what this place really is." For the first time, Emma felt afraid. Until now, she had treated the dreams like a harmless mystery. But suddenly the situation seemed much stranger. The following evening, Emma decided to investigate. She searched online for images of the clock tower. After several hours, she finally found a photograph. Her heart raced. The tower was real. It existed in a small town nearly 300 miles away. Emma stared at the screen in disbelief. The buildings, the streets, the square, it was all real. A few days later, curiosity became too strong. Emma took a train to visit the town. During the journey, her mind filled with questions. Had she somehow seen pictures of the town before? Was it all a coincidence? When she finally arrived, she froze. Everything looked exactly like her dreams. The streets, the buildings, the clock tower. Every detail was the same. Emma slowly walked through the square. It felt like stepping into another world. Then she noticed something that made her heart stop. Sitting on a bench near the tower was Daniel. The same face, the same smile, the same man she had known only in dreams. Daniel looked just as shocked as she felt. For several seconds neither spoke. Finally he stood up. "Emma," he whispered. Emma stared at him. "How do you know my name?" Daniel looked pale. "Because I've been dreaming about you too." Emma could barely believe what she was hearing. They sat together for hours discussing everything. Daniel explained that for months he had dreamed of a young woman named Emma. In his dreams, they explored the town together and talked every night. At first he thought it was his imagination. Then he began finding strange clues in real life. Notes, drawings, familiar places. Just like Emma had. Neither of them could explain what was happening. Yet the evidence was impossible to ignore. Over the following months, Emma and Daniel stayed in contact. Their friendship grew stronger. The dreams continued, but now they also spent time together in real life. Slowly, friendship became something deeper. They laughed together, shared secrets, and supported each other during difficult times. One evening, while sitting beside the clock tower, Emma finally asked the question that had been in her mind from the beginning. "Do you think it was all just a dream?" Daniel smiled. "Maybe." Emma laughed. "That's not a real answer." Daniel pointed toward the sky. "Sometimes life doesn't give us real answers." Emma looked at him. "Then what do you believe?" Daniel thought for a moment. "I believe that somehow those dreams brought us together. Maybe that's all that matters." Emma smiled. Deep down, she knew he was right. Years later, neither Emma nor Daniel ever discovered exactly how it happened. Was it a dream? Was it fate? Was it something science could not explain? They never found the answer. But whenever someone asked how they met, they always laughed before telling the story. Most people didn't believe them. And honestly, Emma couldn't blame them. Even now it sounded impossible. Yet every night when she looked at the old drawing of the clock tower hanging on her wall, she remembered that strange first dream. Some mysteries are meant to be solved. Others remain mysteries forever. And sometimes the most beautiful stories begin with a question that never receives an answer. Was it only a dream? Emma never knew. But she knew one thing for certain. It changed her life forever.